Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, and before we go to bed and finish out this day, a quick look at the chip folder. Due to the chip grinding, I have upgraded to high cannons, I replaced shockwaves with ratons, I added some aqua towers, and I've also upgraded to Invis 2, so that's rather nice. With that, let's go to bed. Good night. So, since the school incident, a full month has passed, and crime is getting worse. It's morning. But it's Saturday morning. Len wants to sleep in. However, it turns out we have weekend class this weekend, so yeah, that has to suck. Is that a common thing? I never had it growing up. Mom seems hesitant to tell us something. Evidently, there's no water, and thus no breakfast. So, all that's left to do is go to school. And Mail wants to go with us again. Apparently she didn't have water either. Couldn't even wash her face, and she's disgusted. This seems like it might be a problem. Even the pond at school is drained? That is severe. Something's strange here, definitely. Well, time to head to class and see what's up. Thirsty or not, Dex is always ready for a net battle. I believe from this point in, you can fight with Dex and Gutsman anytime you talk to them. So that can be a good way to get some chips. There's even a special chip that Dex can give you for Gutsman called Guts Punch. So it's not a bad idea to come have a friendly bout with our old friend once in a while. I guess these are my best bet for now. The Raton chips can take one turn after you launch them, so they can be good for hitting an enemy that otherwise is just out of your reach. We can also charge up a bit faster now, so that's rather nice. Oh, all we get this time is Zenny, but hey, those are nice to have. Anyway, Yaya has some interesting info for us. Apparently a kid from B class is missing, and she smells a rat. Well, I do have 3 of them in my folder now. Apparently it's a secret. Miss Murray would like to begin Homeru. Dex would like to interrupt to tell us that he wasn't paying attention in English class. We don't got no water at my house. Evidently water is stopped throughout the entire town. No one knows why or when it will be fixed. Thus, class has been cancelled. That seemed to perk Dex right up. So with that, let's go ahead and leave school. No point sticking around if we don't have to. So a couple of new things right out here. First, this car. It's a mumbling car. Nothing suspicious at all. And then we have Higsby's chip shop, which is finally open. Higsby himself has various chips for sale. Main thing I want here is a couple of elect swords. Those are very useful. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and replace... Well, I'll replace them in a minute. The wood towers might be useful for a little longer. Also, notice the cool vial poster back here. Interesting reference. We also have this machine that has Numberman data in it. With this we can net battle Numberman whenever we want. So we may as well start this off. See if we can get a new Navi to show off. Numberman, as usual, really isn't that hard to fight. It's basically just paying attention and getting in your attacks between those that he likes to throw out. Once he's down to half health, he starts pitching dice and time bombs. Go ahead and throw an Aqua Tower at him. The thing about the Aqua Tower and also the Wood Tower is they just don't last as long as Fire Towers, so they don't have quite the same usefulness to them. They are still good, to be sure, but just not quite as handy to have around as Fire Towers. And that's that for Numberman. Being a preliminary fight, we just get the base Numberman chip. In the hopes of showing him off, I'm going to go ahead and temporarily replace Roll. And I'll let those sit there for just a little bit longer. One last thing here at the chip shop to point out are these machines here. These are the trade machines, chip exchanges. You can throw in spare chips that you have to get new ones. This one only wants 3 chips. Let's see. Something tells me I have more Shockwave Ks than I will ever need. And we get a Dash L. The blue one, on the other hand, is a Super Exchanger, which wants 10 chips. Again, more Shockwaves than I could ever use. So let's see what we get. A little Bomb G. That was underwhelming. But you can get a lot of really good chips this way. One more thing of note. Time to go a bit deeper on the net. Let's go in through Dex's PC, because it'll at least get us through the first area faster. Because now we can go a little bit deeper in, now that we have Sal's link. And there's some wood armor with my name on it. B-Tanks. That was sad. B-Tanks are highly uncooperative. So I'll just throw a mouse at it. Using Dex's PC, we appear right next to the exit to the second part of the net, so at the very least that's rather nice. We do have to go through this convoluted area. But by setting up the links that we got last time, we can get farther in faster, and that's the whole point of this. Okay, this is the path we need to use. If the internet is a series of tubes, this is one ridiculous series of tubes. Okay, time to show off Numberman. Unfortunately, that's the only chip I can use right now. Numberman is a bit of a gambling chip. He throws out a die. That was pathetic. He does 10 times whatever he rolls. So sometimes it can be really good, other times not so much. So, yeah, point having been made, I'm putting roll back in. Technically, I'm sure you saw I could put in more Fireman chips, but I really have enough of those in my folder, I think. Oh, hardhead viruses. Not fun. Hardhead viruses are invincible until they decide to attack, and they don't give you a whole lot of warning. They're in command of the howitzer chips, but they're very, very picky about giving them out. In my personal opinion, that's one of the most annoying chips in the game to get. During my grinding, fortunately, I got a couple of them. The thing is, they're not overly useful. It's another of those, I believe, that has the bomb-type trajectory. Anyway, let's get into Area 3 of the net, thanks to Sal's link.